welcome to Lisa Marvin Art. I'm gonna have some fun today and I'm not blooming. I'm preparing to go to Mojo's class tomorrow to do quick little flip cups with the kids. So I mixed everything up and I thought I'd practice now because, to be honest, I've probably done 5 flip cups in my life and I have no idea what I'm doing basically. So to start, I have a cute little 6-inch canvas and I have cute little 3-ounce cups, okay? Now, what I've done is I've mixed up my paints. So there's 13 kids in this class. So I've mixed up my paints in these big bottles. What I did was basically 1 part paint to 8 parts US Floetrol, okay? Now you say, why did you do that? Well, partly because I know what the consistency I was kind of looking for me, and how I judged it was like a little thicker of a cell activator for me. So when you kind of do a circle, it has a bit of oomph to it before it sinks. I feel like that might be a good consistency. I'm not putting any silicone, anything. It's just all Floetrol and paint. So I'm hoping that the densities of the paints themselves will make different cells and things like that. So let's talk about the colors. I feel like I got paint on me already. First I started with golden teal. First of all, it took me like an hour to mix up all these paints. So this was easy to mix because my golden teal is fluid. So there you go, golden teal. Next one, Amsterdam Prussian blue. Fun, easy, you know. Next one, Amsterdam titanium white. Next one, Deco Art gold, which I know looks kind of pale, but it will dry darker and deeper. And for funsies, what I did for this was I took TLP sea glass. I don't have the little smoothies, hold on. TLP sea glass. I dispersed it in a bit of josonja to make like the ink like I would normally. And then I added, because I wanted still some fillers in it from a tube paint, so I added Amsterdam interference blue, okay, if that's what they call it, I don't know, but they're interference blue color. And then I added the Floetrol, so it looks like a really pretty, kind of like my Martha green that I like, and I'm hoping as it dries there'll be a bit of shimmer to it. So that's what I have done. And I wonder if I need some like filler paint around, which I probably will, but I don't have any more Floetrol. I used an entire bottle of US Floetrol. I'm just gonna use probably my deep base Sherwin-Williams. I'll go get that. Just to help the paint flow, because I don't want to waste any more of my Amsterdam paints. You have to use, well, for this amount, you have to use so much. That's why part of me doesn't want to go into Dutch pours, because you know I like to go big, and then like you have to mix so much paint, and I'm just not used to it, I guess. Okay, let's I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but as long as a 7-year-old likes it, it's cute, right? So it's like not high expectations. Be right back. Okay, we are ready to go. I just want to give you a little tip. By the way, these are, I'll give you a clean one. These are really cute squeeze bottles from Fluid Art Company, and they have measurements on them. And you could also write on them, like with a marker, dry erase marker, and then so you know what color it is, and like erase it. But when we're measuring parts, I know some people get confused. It doesn't really matter if you're measuring parts in teaspoons, tablespoons, ounces, milliliters. If you're measuring 4 to 1, let's say, it's always 4 to 1 in whatever you're measuring. So if I'm measuring in ounces, 4 to 1 would be 4 ounces of, let's say, Floetrol, and then 1 ounce of your paint. If I'm using milliliters, I would use 400 milliliters of Floetrol and 100 milliliters of paint. If it's in teaspoons, it would be 4 teaspoons of Floetrol and 1 teaspoon of paint. So it doesn't really matter what you're measuring in, just as long as you're doing the right math. So as I said, this is 8-to-1. And I just use milliliters because I mixed in like this huge cup because I had to mix all these things. And to be honest, I'm not sure if it's the perfect measurement or not because I just kind of made it up, of course. But let's start. I'm gonna take my little 3-ounce cup. So I want to make sure of how I'm layering. So what I know science-wise is metallics are heavy, and I know that titanium white is heavier than the other paints. That has to do with whatever they put in the paints. Something like this, Prussian blue, first of all, it's a transparent paint, so there's not a lot in there, and I would think that this is the lightest of the paints, whereas this teal is opaque. It's a bit thicker, so it's on the medium heaviness side. Now, why am I caring about weights of the paint? I never have before, but in blooming, you start to learn the heavy paints sink to the bottom, and when they sink, that's when they pull apart the paints. Now, I'm really not a scientist, but this is just my own whatever, the other colors can come through. So what I do know for a fact is I want the golds on top, and then probably a bit of the white. And again, I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but these are just my theories of what I've learned from the bloom as well, okay? So let's start. I'm gonna fill this whole cup up and I'm gonna do 2 layers, okay? So I'm gonna do the first layer of gold, okay? Then I'm gonna do my Amsterdam titanium white. Well, actually, I have it in this cup already. I don't wanna waste, okay? And then, why don't I do the Prussian blue? Do I wanna do that? So, because now I'm thinking about layering, and I want my sparkle over the dark. So why don't I go teal? I guess I'm going heaviest to lightest at this point, okay? Or what I'm imagining, heaviest to lightest. We have a bit of the teal, okay? Then I'm going to do the sea glass, I can't get the top off. Sea glass concoction, right? Layering is very important, probably for all paintings, but especially for me in the bloom. So I'm gonna assume that layering is important for this as well. Here's the Prussian blue, okay? And then we're gonna start all over again and do it again. So we have gold. And you know what? I can like switch it up at this point if I wanted, right? So I'll do gold. I'll do sea glass, Prussian, white, and teal, okay? And we'll see, white, I'm just trying not, because I want to save this paint for tomorrow, so I don't want to use too much, white and teal. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put a white base and I'll have some negative space and it'll be okay, you know? Yeah, tomorrow I'll use more paints, but. So now what I'll do is I'll take my, maybe I'll flip it first. So very simply, I'm gonna go like this, okay? Let that sink in, and then just around, I'm gonna put my Glidden. I'll show you the bottle, just so it has somewhere to go. You know what I mean? I'll show you shortly, but we're just gonna do this, and then we will open the cup up and see what happens. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I'm hoping for the best. So I'm going to like do a kind of sweeping motion this way. Okay. So very cute. Ugh, the cups always look so good. I don't know if you can see. I hope you can. So what there's air bubbles, things, that's okay. I'm not gonna pop them yet, but so that reminds me I should bring skewers for tomorrow. But you see you have all these natural cells. I haven't done anything. Now they're gonna get very big. So I'm actually having the kids tilt. So I think it's actually really cute, right? So we're gonna tilt, or should I do a cake spinner? That would be easier, wouldn't it? But then, oh, it's gonna be so messy. But, okay, I'll spin one and then I'll tilt one. But the kids would have so much fun spinning this, actually, wouldn't they? I think so. Woo! Yeah, it's gonna be a bit messy, but don't be alarmed. I think it's really cute and like really easy, you know? I'll just have them spin slowly. Wow. You know what? I'm pretty impressed with myself. Like, I don't want to brag or anything, but I think this is really cute, right? So this is a great thing for any beginner to do. You can use any colors, and really it's going to dry darker. Like the golds, I think, are going to get deeper and stuff. But look at that, you know? And the layering, creating the cells, was very easy to do when you pay attention to the layering. Obviously, it doesn't look like a bloom, but hold on, I just want to get it over the edge here. But if you don't want to start messing with the bloom, this is a good alternative, you know? So there. Maybe I'll do another one. What do I want to change? I don't think I need to change it that much. I think these are really cute. One thing I don't like about, which I'm not used to, is how the canvas sags. So what I'm gonna do to prevent your canvas, to tighten up your canvas, by the way, all you need to do is take a spray water bottle and spray the back, and this will get tight again, so it'll be better to pour on. But there you go. Okay, let me do a close-up of this first one, and then we'll do something else. Be right back. Okay, because we're scientists, why don't we go backwards and see what happens if I layer them, because I was layering them heaviest to lightest at first. So why don't I layer them lightest to heaviest? Again, because we're just fun people, you know what I mean? So this time I'll start with a Prussian blue, okay? Then I will go, wrong, Lisa Marvin. Then I will go the sea glass, okay? Then I will go the teal, okay? Then I will go the white and then gold. Oops. And then I'll do the same thing again. Okay. Blue. Sea glass. Okay. Teal. White. Oh, what is this one? and gold, and then we'll flip her up. Okay, we're ready. Here we go. Flip and around, around the edges. I'll do a bit of this. Okay. Okay, here we go. Those are cool cells, but there's a big thing of white in the middle. Look at the cool cup though. So, do I love this white? Not really. I think cells will probably form. Just blowing into it a bit to break it up. Okay. This one I'll probably stretch because it's not as exciting, but you can kind of see, so there are cells forming, but it's not as, you know, I don't know what. Should I spin or I'll spin a bit. But yes, I think I'm gonna bring my cake spinner tomorrow. I think the kids would love it. So you can see the cute little cells and the gold popping up. I'm gonna tilt a bit because I don't really love the actual comp, but that's okay. My experiment proved my point, I believe, right? So there you have densities. I just wanna get back to this side slowly here. What else can I show you about it? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's pretty simple and quick, right? Like, does that kind of answer a question that you didn't have? So you can see, like, you know, if you're trying to, this is pretty actually. If you're trying to start painting and you're like, you know, nervous about it, just dive right in. This was very simple to do, as you could see. We're gonna go right off the edge here. You know, get to it. This is cool. I know the kids are going to love it. I didn't really prove my point because this one's nice too. You know what I mean? So I think, like, don't forget it has a lot to do with consistencies. So I think I like my measurement. But anyways, is that a quickie? Should I do something else? I don't know, stay tuned. But let me do a close-up of this and we'll see if I'm coming back or not. Be right back, maybe. Okay, one more fun experiment. I actually have my Cell Activator Australian Floetrol mixed with Atelier Rich Gold in this one. So let's see what happens. So let me show you the consistency because I can do it with this one. This does come a little thicker, but I wanted to, hold on, is this dirty? Trying to find a clean spoon for you. Okay, hold on. Is this dirty? Yeah. Hold, please. I wasn't prepared for having a clean spoon. Oh, here we go. Okay, so you can see, oh, this is quite thick. So it's still, this is actually a little thicker than what my mixed paints are. You can see it holds up. I should probably thin it. Maybe I'll thin it a bit. I'm gonna thin it to the same consistency as the other one. So this is gonna need a bit more. So this is Australian Floetrol that I use for my bloom. You can get that at Fluid Art Company. I'm just gonna thin it out. So, and you know what? I'll make it the consistency to show you of what you're looking for. These metallics as Cell Activators do get quite thick. So about this. So you see I go to a circle, it goes 1, 2, 3, 6, a little bit. So we're gonna top it with the Cell Activator. Okay. Then I did like The second one I did, I like the, or maybe I just put less blue in, but why don't we do that? I'm gonna do a little bit of the blue. We don't want it too dark, you know? Okay, then I'll go, I guess I'm going light to dark again. Am I? We'll see. Okay, then I'm gonna go sea glass, and then I'll go white. I'll do halves and halves so it can kind of sink and kind of not, okay? White, okay, then teal. And I'm gonna put more cell activator again, okay? So we have my Australian cell activator. All right. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't think I've done this before. And then with that, why don't I switch it up and put my white right underneath. And then the teal, I'll go backwards, right? And then, oops. And then, I'll just pick up that cap. We will do the Prussian blue, and I'll end with the cell activator. Okay. A little more cell activator. And I'm curious to see the different cells. Okay, ready? Flip. And I'm gonna take my Sherwin-Williams, go around, you know, give it a little schmoozy-woozy. I will say I do prefer working on the wood surfaces. They're just so much easier. Okay, are you ready? Now some people, they put a little hole in the top of the cup to let the air out. Do I want to do that? Sure, for fun. I don't think I've ever done that. Ready? Okay, there's the hole. And, ooh. Cool, right? So there's not that much gold. Now this, let's see if it, I'll pop this big bubble here. There'll be colors underneath. Not as many cells, is there? And that's kind of with, because I do this with the Bloom flip cup. It's kind of luck of the draw. So this one didn't really do anything for me, did it? But I'm gonna try one more thing after for fun. I'm gonna try to swipe it. But still, I mean, looks pretty. The gold didn't really do much cells for us. I'm just gonna stretch it out like this. I don't care at this point, right? Ooh, it looks like a wave. Okay. Okay, we're doing composition now because that looks kind of fun. Okay, let's try to get it up this way. You do want to make sure your paint comes off so it doesn't crack. Okay. It's still pretty. Just didn't really make much of a difference to us, did it? Okay, so my last one I'll do. See, that's the thing I don't like about these canvases, or maybe it's just because it's a cheap canvas. It doesn't like go over the side. So I'm just gonna, I don't want the paint to go, I want the white to go over, but not the color. So let's just get this white over. Come on, guy. Okay, and then, there we go. We'll get this back down. You can make fun shapes, whatever you like. Okay, let's spin it out. Okay, so the last one, I wonder, maybe I'll try to blow it out like a bloom, even though it's not a bloom, but maybe swipes are better. Still very pretty. Like, I'm not complaining about this. But the Australian I'm just gonna make it a little nicer shape. The Australian Floetrol didn't really do anything for us. All right, so let me do, let me do one more where I'm gonna try to blow it out. Why not, right? Oh, I got some blue on there. That's gonna bug me. Hold on. Bloop. Just get that off. Okay, let us do a close-up, and then I'm gonna do like a faux bloom with the regular Floetrol. Be right back. Okay, last fun one, faux bloom. I guess I will put this down as my base, the Sherwin-Williams, although I don't really love it, but whatever, right? Should I? Or should I just do, I don't want to waste my, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna put my good paint that I like, my titanium, a little bit here. Although, how am I gonna blow it out because it's quite thick. Okay, just because I don't want the paints to react badly, so I'm just gonna go around with my Sherwin-Williams. So at least I know in the middle part, you know, we have what we need. Okay, so bloopity bloop. Let's start, because we're fun, I'm just gonna do like a regular bloom, and I'm going to use the gold deco art and the white on top as a faux cell activator. Okay, so here we go, Prussian blue. You definitely need, I'm using a lot more paint to do this than the flip cup. Am I? I don't know, maybe not. Okay, I'm just talking to myself. And then we have the sea glass, okay? And then we have the teal. And then I'll do the white and the gold. Let me get the gold before I put the white on. Okie dokie. Anyways, I think this was a nice lesson, in my opinion. Because, you know, it's always good to understand paint densities and the fact that if you don't want to use Aussie Floetrol, I mean, it's a different look, but you don't have to if you're just jumping into it, right? Okay, here we go. So, hold on. You'll see it's not going to sink automatically. All right. I'm going to start breaking it up. Oh, why don't I use my straw, which I never use? Because I actually don't like them. But for this, excuse me, I'm just breaking up the layers and hoping that the paints will start to sink. So I'm not blowing out, I'm just blowing down. Okay. Now, heavy paints like this metallic take a long time to create cells, if they do. And so I don't know if I want to be patient or if I just want to start doodling, you know what I mean, with my skewer to make a pretty flower, because I don't know how much these are going to sink. You know what I mean? Before I do that, actually, why don't I spin it out a bit? Then we can start doodling. So with only US Floetrol, okay? You're not gonna get the cell shapes that you get with a regular bloom ingredients, okay? You do get cells with a flip cup and things like that, but because the reason the bloom works and there's so many different ingredients is because there's different densities between the house paints, the glosses, and stuff like that, okay? So we're not gonna get, I mean, I can try now, hold on. I don't mind some chunks of the gold. I do see some cells starting to form. So meanwhile, why don't I make our faux flower? And I'm just following like the shapes of these leaves, or petals, I should say. So, I mean, if having different house paints and things like that are stopping you from doing any sort of painting, don't let it stop you, you know? Start using and playing around and like at least playing with color, you know what I mean? Because this could be very pretty. Okay, I'm going with the thin edge. I don't love swirls all the time, but I think sometimes it could look nice, you know? So you see these cells forming, and as it sits, there will be more cells, by the way. Just making fun shapes at this point. So, I mean, you know, you can still play with it and have fun. I believe that the longer that these sit, they will grow. But I think it's kind of cute. And I really, like, the purpose of this was to let you know that if you want to paint and have fun, it's totally accessible to you. Even if you don't have all the ingredients, you know, that you think you need. You can still have fun. I hope that was a good lesson. Let me know what you guys think. If you want more lessons of things, I don't know, was it helpful? I had a lot of fun, and I will do a close-up of this, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.
Smiley faces in the graph.
Is that enough?
7 people like hairs. So I draw 7 smiley.
1, 2, 3, lift it and pull it up. Pull it up. Yes, pull it away.
Will you let me play in the